Hi, everyone, and welcome to my live. It is your girl, Chevy, your coach. And today we're going to talk about starting your own consulting business. And I have a special guest on Instagram. So definitely thank you all for joining today. And today is all about starting your own consulting business. Hello, lovely Lace. Thank you for joining. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am live on Instagram and Facebook as well. Definitely, you all come on in. If you have questions, you got to put your questions in the question bubble. Hey, Steph. Yes. Today we have a special guest. Come on in, everyone. Let me share this live with other people as well so they can come on in. Yes. I'm sharing it. All right. So, yes, I got your request, Steph. I will definitely pull you in very shortly. But hello, everyone, and welcome to Mac Leadership and Development. I am your coach, Chevy. And what I love to do, and I'm motivated to do every single day, is to inspire female entrepreneurs who have been in business for at least a year or more to help them create and design a business that they love with ease. Because I know as a mom, as a businesswoman, it can be overwhelming. So I come in and help you to streamline your business, streamline your business and make sure that you have the right resources, the right people, and that you have the right training to take your business to the next level so that you can become that CEO person that you know you can be, and so that you can have that work and life balance. So today we're going to talk all about starting your consulting business, how easy it is by using your knowledge and your resources that you have currently. So my guest today is going to be your girl Steph Perez, and I'm going to invite her in right now. Let me, okay. All right. I think you're live now. Steph, come on in. Yes. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you. How are you doing today?
Awesome. Doing awesome. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Excited to have you on because I know you have a lot of knowledge and experience which will be beneficial to my audience and anyone who ever watches later on. So definitely thanks for being here. Before we get started and before I get into my questions, definitely, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
So, my name is Steph Perez, and I am a business coach, a certified business coach. I've been online for over 13 years. Got my start selling other people's stuff, affiliate products and services, and business opportunities, and all kinds of stuff. And found my way to the coaching and the consulting world about 3, 4 years ago, and that's where I've been ever since. So, primarily for the 13 years I've been online, I've coached and mentored a lot of people. This is the space that I thrive in, that I love. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, my kids are grown, and I'm just loving life, and I love helping people.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. And everyone, if you don't know, I found Steph on YouTube when I was searching, trying to figure out, okay, how do I take my consulting business to the next level? So actually, I'm enrolled in her program right now, Manifest Six, which is really great. So definitely, if you're looking to elevate your business to get that six figure, because that's my goal ultimately to make it to six figures soon. So definitely, she has a lot of programs that we'll get into shortly. But thank you for that. And as you mentioned, you've been doing this for 13 plus years in the affiliate marketing, but you transition into the coaching piece, which I think is really great because I think when you coach people, you're able to take them to a different level. So my first question, you did the online, what made you transition from affiliate marketing to the actual coaching piece? What was it that you like, okay, I need to make a shift?
Yeah, so it actually happened by a kind of accident, quasi accident. For many years, as I was an affiliate marketer, my husband always asked me, how come you don't consult? One of my best friends in the industry, same thing. How come you don't consult? How come you don't coach? And I was doing it all along. That's why I probably sold so much of the stuff that I was selling, is that I always stepped into that role of really caring about those that I was selling to. And I just didn't allow myself to get paid for it. And one day I took a clarity exercise, and the clarity exercise revealed to me that I was not aligned with the impact I said I wanted to make in the lives of others compared to what I was marketing and selling. And so that's when I had to take a really good hard look at what I was selling and what I was doing and how to get in better alignment with the impact that I wanted to have in other people's lives. And so that's when I decided to really just go cold turkey. I stopped everything I was doing and I focused totally on coaching and consulting and really helping other people and allowing myself to be the cash register in my business instead of relying on third-party opportunities and systems.
Yes, and I definitely like that how you said you have to do a clarity, like a self clarity for yourself. Like what tip would you give someone who is kind of in that phase right now, especially a new entrepreneur who's thinking about launching a business and they're doing something that they enjoy but not love and have a passion for?
Yeah, so the magical question for me, the way that happened for me was I actually enrolled in a program, and as a part of that program, they gave me a clarity exercise, and to me, it was totally irrelevant to the program, but I'm so glad that I took it because out of the 30 some odd questions, there was one question that had an impact on me. And it's the one question that I encourage everyone to answer for themselves is what's the impact that you want, whatever that thing is that you're selling or offering, what impact do you want that to have in the lives of others, or what impact do you want your business, or when you come in contact with someone, what's that lasting impact you want it to have? And if what you're selling or what you're doing is not in alignment with that, you really got to take a good hard look and ask yourself, how can I either create that thing or find the thing that's going to have that kind of impact, on my clients? And for me, it was always wanting to make money at the service and not the expense, and always wanting to leave my clients or anyone that would come in contact with me better than when they came. And I realized that even though I was making a lot of money selling opportunities and selling stuff, that the impact I wanted to have wasn't there, and I wasn't truly leaving people better. I was just, selling them stuff that they could use, but I knew there was no way going to help them get a transformation.
Awesome. And you're all about that transformation piece because for me,
Yeah.
yes, and that's what you want to be as a coach. You want to be able to transform your clients or anyone who's watching your videos. And I know when I first started watching your videos, I was like, I like what she has to say. Like I'm motivated and ready to get things done. So definitely if you guys want to work with Steph, which we'll get into, she'll share all her details here and no brainer. This is something that you can do in no time. So, being an entrepreneur, being in an online space, can you give us some tips on when it comes to being that wife, that mom, what challenges that you encountered during that time trying to grow your business? Because a lot of people who are brand new trying to grow their business and become that consultant, they have a family, they have a husband, and they still have a full-time job as well.
I think when I think about the 13 years I've been online, of course, I consumed a lot of information. I followed a lot of different people. I just think that you really have to weigh down the information, and just when you know that you're headed in the right direction, just give yourself the green light and just go. I think the more information you consume, the more instruction you try to consume, you're going to keep looking up, and every, couple of days or couple of weeks or whatever, you're going to feel like there's something new you're supposed to be doing. And I think that slowed me down a lot is, thinking I wasn't enough, thinking I needed more information, when everything was already inside of me. And that's the brilliance when it comes to a consulting business, is you're leveraging stuff you already know.
Yes.
So you don't have to go there and learn a new trade or learn anything new outside of just how to build a business. And so for me, I think there's just so much freedom and so liberating to know that you could just lead, from what it is that and use any of these many platforms to go out there, much like what you're doing tonight, Chevy, here on Instagram, is leveraging a platform to bring good news to people that could be interested in, this topic that we're talking about tonight. And that's all you got to do is just decide to do that over and over and over again. I think one of the biggest fallacies that I'm learning now more than anything is that there really is no balance, that when I'm in my business, I'm in my business.
Yes.
When I'm spending my husband and my kids, I'm spending time with them. Like there isn't any balance. When I am going crazy in my business, for those 3 or 4 hours, I'm crazy in my business. And when I cut off from there and then I'm crazy involved in my husband or my kids, it has to be about that. You can't do both at the same time. And I think that's where people mess up, is they think they're going to intertwine it all, and it doesn't really work that way. You have to block out times and be committed and be respectful of those times if you want to have, I don't want to say balance because that's not the word.
I like the word balance though.
It doesn't really exist,
Mm-hmm.
And I think you just have to get your family on board with what it is that you're doing and allow them to see the bigger picture of why this might take a little bit more time now. And then, for the ladies out there, just decide to get to work, because I think not getting results is the reason why you'll get so much static from your significant other or your spouse or your kids, is you keep making these promises of, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. They never see it, but you're always
Yes.
away. Or so get that result so they can actually see that it's paying off.
Exactly. And I love that you say that because sometimes we can be in the business where we're putting a lot of hours in, a lot of time, a lot of energy, gathering a lot of different resources and there's no results. So yes, as your family, like you're wasting time. So again, it goes back to that. I like the word balance. When I say balance, I'm not saying everything is going to be even because there are going to be times, like you said, where you're going to spend like most time in your business. Like today, maybe Monday is business day. Tuesday is family day. So creating that structure, which is very important in business, and I think that's the key that creates some type of balance and just creating that structure piece to where and your family understand. Okay, today mom, dad is going to be focused on the business. So definitely with consultant business, anyone can start. And like you said, the knowledge is there. You already have the knowledge, and I think a lot of people they want to start from scratch, and you make them realize like, hey, you don't have to start from scratch. You have all the resources, all the knowledge in your head, and depending on what you're doing. So what is one tip can you give someone, or any tip that you will give anyone who is thinking about it but just afraid to start the process?
Just begin helping people. It's the easiest way to think about it. If you know that you have something that's transformed your own life, whether it's in the financial arena, business, health, whatever, right? Like it doesn't have to be anything that is traditional. You could just be brilliant at something where you've helped a lot of people or people come to you a whole lot and now you want to monetize it. It seems like for whatever reason, as soon as we put that piece of the equation where we're talking about monetizing. Now we freeze up. We're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Well, girlfriend, you've been doing it for like 10 or 15 years
Yes.
for free. Right now, all we're saying is bring it to the internet, bring it to YouTube, to Facebook, to Instagram, to LinkedIn, right? And let the world know that you actually have this knowledge or this skill that you want to help other people with, and just set yourself up as a business. So one of the easiest things you can do is just begin to get out there and do stuff like this. Little live streams, you give a tip or two. Let people know that you have this knowledge, that you are there, right? And then just begin to take the steps to actually get your business together. Have a way to get paid. Have a way for, people to connect with you. And it really is just all baby steps, and it's not as big, as you think it is. I think the biggest factor is deciding to get out there. There's a lot of people with websites and all that fancy stuff, but they're not out there doing anything. Right? This is the stuff right here that's actually going to make you the money.
Yes, that connection piece, definitely. But we do have some people on Facebook. So if you all have any questions, by all means, go ahead and put it in the chat. Welcome, Arlene Pronsti. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. If you all have any questions on starting your own consulting business, please go ahead and use the bubble and leave it or even comment. Let us know what questions you may have, or, is this something that you have been thinking about, considering? And what is stopping you? Let us know what is stopping you if you are thinking about it, because like Steph mentioned, you have the knowledge. You've been doing whatever you're doing for the last 10, 15 years. So if you want to do it. This year, my word is execution. Steph, your word is execute. So it's like
Absolutely, yeah. And what's so interesting is, being that it's 2021, in a workshop I recently did, so many of those people were in there because they were displaced because of, lack of job security. And now they're looking to take the professional experience they had on the job, and now they're wanting to turn it into their own businesses. So I just encourage people to really begin to think about everything that you know. Have you invested into knowledge or skills? Are there things you do exceptionally well that people are always asking you for? Did you spend 20 or 30 years on the job? Think about things like that you can take away from there and just make it your own. The day and age that we're in right now, you've got to have a plan B, and you've got to work that plan B as if it was your plan A.
yes.
For many of us, anyone that's still working a job, I just think it's just a matter of time before, you're either replaced, downsized, not paid enough, right? I think a lot of different things can happen. And so I just think we've got to start doing it now before the need is actually there.
And I love that you said it. Don't wait to be, laid off. Don't wait to get fired. Don't wait for something to happen. Then be like, hey, I need to figure things out. This is your opportunity. Let's make 2021. Because even though I'm in a full-time military professional, I am still making sure that I am set up to where, just like being in the military, hey, we can reduce, do a reduction in force. We don't need half of these people anymore. So I'm not going to be like, oh, what do I do now? Like, I'm preparing myself so when I do transition, when I do retire, I already have a business that I started. I'm already, making money. So again, ladies and gentlemen, as you're listening to this, don't wait to start your business. You can start a side hustle right now, starting today, and Steph will, share some information on her workshop that she just launched that you can still get as well too. So thank you for that. What programs do you have that anyone can enroll in right now to start the process?
Yeah, so probably the one I would recommend would definitely be the Easy Consulting Startup. And it's just at easyconsultingstartup.com because that's going to really walk you through how to go from what it is that you know to taking the steps so you actually can begin taking and paying clients. A lot of strategy, a lot of getting you to really understand, how to dive deep with the knowledge that you have. And that really is where I probably start a lot of people off, just so they feel comfortable. And you know what? I do know a whole lot, and they have the resource and the tools to actually get set up in that way. So that would probably be my biggest recommendation if someone is just looking to get started in that way.
Yeah, so everyone, if you're looking to get started, just go to easyconsulting.com and all you have to do is just go to the site, register, and you have full access automatically. So very easy. So again, there's no need to waste time. We do have one question. It said, do you find it easier to have packages where the person is able to digitize your knowledge of courses that you have to guide them through? So I guess more of like an actual prepaid course where it's just like online and they have access to.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about consulting is that you can start off with something as simple as like discovery calls, just so you can learn more about your ideal clients. And then you can move into one-on-one, and then you can also have courses and programs. And I have all of that. So like the Easy Consulting Startup, that's an example of I could have made a choice. I could have done a bunch of one-on-one consults to help people get started. But what I did instead is I did a workshop. Everybody prepaid for the workshop, and I did the workshop live, and now it's recorded where people can go back and watch the replay over and over and over again. So that's an instance where I took something I was knowledgeable in, did it live, it's recorded, and now I can sell that 24/7. So absolutely, like that really is where we want to all end up transitioning.
Yes.
Sleep money. Someone like watching your videos while you're sleeping or consuming your course, like that's beautiful. So
Yes.
yeah, you're making money with that.
Oh yes, and that's the place I'm trying to get with my consulting business to where it's like online. I'm sleeping and when I wake up, I hear that ching ching, like wow, like that's where I'm trying to get. All right. I already asked this question. Go ahead.
There's so many different ways you can go about it. That's what's beautiful about it. You don't have to be stuck in one way. There are some people where they are a more energetic match for working one-on-one. That's not me. And there are some people that are more energetic match with doing programs and courses and working in groups. So you'll kind of find your flow once you actually get in the mode of doing the thing, and then you can find and discover what works best for you.
Oh yes, definitely. Because I like one-on-one, but I love group settings. So group coaching, online courses, the teaching, because I love to educate and inspire. So I love the teaching part of the business. Because some people are like, okay, the coaching is wonderful, which I love, but I also like make sure that when I teach you, you leave better than when you came. Like you always say, like you're knowledgeable. Like this is thing that you're taking, not just something that you learn and oh, I can't use it anymore. No, this is something you can apply throughout your business forever. And that's my thought process. Why do you think people are so afraid to get on, live, especially when they're trying to grow their business, become that consultant, and they're trying to figure out, well, I'm not making money, but you're not going live.
Like live streaming.
Yeah, like live streaming, whether that be on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Because you'll hear people complain like, I'm not reaching my audience, or they're not, no one is contacting me. I'm creating these packages, doing all this stuff, but you're not online. What advice would you give to people?
You have there's no way around it. You have to. That's like saying I want a McDonald's franchise, but I don't want to invest in McDonald's franchise. Doesn't work that way. You've got to invest in the McDonald's franchise and follow the system. Part of having an online business is having an online presence.
Yes.
And part of that presence nowadays, it's non-negotiable that video will be a big component of anyone's online business. And what I always do is I just encourage people to like recount their last buying decisions or the last amount of time they spent online, and I guarantee you it's been watching someone's video, or they bought something after watching a video or a live stream. So if you understand like that's how you're consuming information, buying, why is anyone going to buy from you under any less conditions, right? So websites and those kind of things are great, but so much of what's being transacted is happening through video.
Yes.
You know, everything is social and everything is live. That's just the way it is now.
Exactly. And even for me, when I first started going live, shoot, I was nervous. Like,
it's easy, but it's necessary.
yes.
Where I would think, oh, you don't have to. No, you do have to. Like, it's non-negotiable, or you will get lost and left behind in a sea of people that are willing to do that. You know, so you have to be willing to do it, or an online business is just not going to work.
Yes.
Really...
Yes, great information. Andrew from on Facebook, he said, 100% great conversation. What are you waiting for? You are wasting valuable time. Start now. So that is a powerful message. Like, don't wait. Like, what do you have to lose? People making fun of you. Oh, well, guess what? You're going to grow your business. You're going to, as long as you're showing up for yourself, showing up for your audience, that's all that matters. So stop wasting time. So this is 2021. Let's execute. Let's make things happen, because then you're gonna wait next year and be like, "Dang, I should have started my business last year." And you know they're gonna say that. They're gonna say I should have started my business.
Every year. Yeah, this is the year I'm gonna fire my boss. What did you do last year? Right? So yeah, you have to start taking action now and make it non-negotiable. Just do it every single day. Don't say I'm gonna build my business Monday and Wednesday or whatever, because then when Monday and Wednesdays come by, guess what? Then you have an excuse. If you just say I want to do every single day, then you do something every single day, and every single day you're moving your business forward just a little bit.
Oh, yes, definitely. Because I think for me, it's consistency. Because for me, I fell off for like a week and some change. And, you know, just listen to your videos on YouTube. I'm like, you know what? Let me get back on it, because I slacked off. I really did. And at first I was like, okay, let me continue to make it a habit. Every Monday, just like I started strong in January, let me continue to go strong and show up. Whether it's one person, two individuals, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to show up, and I'm still going to share my message. I'm still going to share my service, and whoever is able to benefit from it, even better. But definitely, ladies and gentlemen, like, you have to show up. Don't worry about who's going to say something, who's going to make fun of it. Even if it's for 5 minutes. Like, even, you know, give yourself 5 minutes. You know, 5 minutes, I'm going to go live, you know, every Thursday, whatever. Like, you pick a day and start off small. And then as you get more comfortable, do it. Because even though I do this, you know, kind of consistently, I still get nervous coming alive every time. Is this like a presentation when I'm teaching? I get nervous. When I get into the flow, I'm good.
Once you get into the flow, absolutely, yeah. And that's the thing, is you can do it your way. That's what's so fun. Like, there's no rules about it. I think that's where so many people go wrong. And I know we could probably talk about this all night long, but rules are one thing that hold people back. I think they have to do it a certain way. Or how long do I flow for as long as you need to? If the people are still there, you're still good.
Exactly.
Because you just never know who's actually showing up because they really need what you have to share. You know, so if you show up for the people and you're doing it for the right reason, you know what, you can't go wrong. That's just the way that I look at it. You can't go wrong.
You can't. And, you know, one thing I want to share, which you have shared in your YouTube videos, is when you first started the affiliate marketing, and how you decided to go live for what, 30 days straight? Can you share that story?
Yeah, it was 2007, so there wasn't live, but there was nothing else for me to do. I knew I was going to do YouTube videos, and so I just made a commitment of every single day, whether it was after work, before work, you know, on my lunch break, that I was going to do some kind of video and upload it to YouTube. And in my very first 30 days online, I made 28 sales.
28 sales, wow.
28 sales. I didn't know any of these people. They found me all in my YouTube videos. You know, so I just shared my story, shared where I was going, shared, you know, how life was for me and what I was learning. I just talked to the people, right? Like, every single day I found something to bring to them, you know, believing that there were people out there just like me that wanted some kind of breakthrough or wanted some kind of starting point. You know, and so the same can be true when it comes to what it is that we know, is that someone wants to know what it is that you already know. Someone is several steps behind you.
Yes.
And they want to help them with that first step, and believe it or not, that can be you.
I agree 100%. A lot of people just want that guidance. They want that guidance. They want that mentor. They want that, you know, like that support. To know, like, hey, I have a coach.
Not crazy in the way they're feeling or where they are in life. They want to know that someone's already been through it and can guide them through it with the least amount of.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, definitely. So thank you for sharing that. I just love when you share that because hopefully that motivated you all to like, you know what, I need to be consistent. I need to show up. And that's what it is. Like you really have to show up every single day, even if it's for 5 minutes, because some days I don't want to show up. Some days I'm like, I gotta, I got kids, I got dinner. I don't want to show up. But then I was like, you know what? I said I'm going to commit for the next, 2 weeks. Let me, show up every single day. And that was because of Steph, because you was like, you know what, go live every day, go to YouTube. And I was like, okay, well, I can't go live on YouTube. And one thing that will happen, I want to share with you all, sometimes we're going to encounter challenges. And sometimes we may feel or believe that challenge is telling us to kind of pause. And because, for example, I was trying to go live on YouTube, and for some reason, my computer was not allowing me to go live. And I told Steph, and I was like, and she's like, well, just post. And I was like, fine, I'll just record on my computer. And I posted for a whole 2 weeks, just like recording and posted. And it took time. And even on the weekends, I'm like, okay, trying to be consistent. And my my YouTube follower is growing. It's still low, but it's growing. But the thing that I'm proud of myself is like the consistency. And getting back in that phase of, you know what, instead of me, continue just like falling up. Because what happens when you fall off, and then you're wasting more time. And then it's like you could be a lot further than where you were, and now you're behind, if that makes sense to everyone. Like, so.
Back up. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to start back up. At least I find that to be true for me.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Because you look back and like, you know what? I could have started my business last year. I could have started my business in January, but I keep telling myself, or I keep waiting for something specific. Like, what are you waiting on? So if you are telling yourself every single day, hey, I need to start my business. You're talking to your husband, you're talking to your wife, your best friend, like, oh, I have this knowledge, I have this course that I created, like launch it. Like, do it. Like, and you don't need a website. You do not. You do not.
What we're doing, and they want to pay you to get involved in it. They pay you, and then you set the provisions from there.
Exactly.
Making thousands and thousands of dollars doing it that way without any kind of content pre-created. So yeah, we're happy to help you. Like, this is just a day and age where we've got to do something for ourselves, and we've got to stop relying on external resources and external opportunities and decide to create our own. Because no one can ever take away what it is that and any opportunities you create for yourself, no one can ever take those things away from you. Biz ops and MLM network marketing companies, not that I have anything against them, but they can be taken away from you. Things can change. Right? But as long as you create something out of what you know,
yes,
it can't be taken away from you, and you can always grow and expand it.
Exactly. It's yours from the beginning. Like, nobody can say anything about my products, your product, because guess what? I created my product. I created my course. I created my business, and just like you did. So for me, a lot of men are willing to take risks. They're willing to take the next step and start whatever they want to start. But a lot of women are afraid to transition. So what motivation, what tips would you give women to like who's just like thinking about it and just afraid to do it? Like,
look around at all the other women that are already doing it. Like, that to me, when I was playing small, and what I mean by small is I got to 6 figures relatively quickly in my business, and I was satisfied there for a long time. And then I just started looking around, and I realized that there are some women out there that are not playing around. I mean, they're making big money, and that's what really inspired me. So if you are a woman out there and you're thinking, oh, there's no place for me, or how am I ever going to do this, or you're fearful or doubtful, just look at the women that are already out there doing it.
Yes.
If you are in a certain industry, look at other women in that industry, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and use that as motivation that if they can do it, you can do it too. No, you might not start from where you are and get to where they are overnight. It's the likelihood is you won't, right? But knowing that it's possible,
yes.
Knowing that to take the steps. And that the example's already there for you. Like, that's
they are.
Inspires me.
Oh yes, and I love that because when I see other women like doing their thing, like I am more energized. Like, okay, let me go harder. Let me do my stuff. Let me make sure that my stuff is squared away because I want to take my business to the next level as well too. I don't want to be in that mindset where okay, I'm playing small. Yes, like you said, it's going to take time, and I understand that, and I appreciate that because I don't want to burn myself out because I still have a family. I still have a career. I want to make sure that I'm going at a pace where I can control certain things. I can't control everything, but I'm still growing my business. I'm not just waiting for things to be perfect. So that's one thing. If you're looking for things to be perfect, stop waiting. This is your time to execute. This is your time to implement. So start the process now. If you have any questions for us, go ahead and put your questions in. We do have some people who joined. Seamstress Kamora, thank you for joining. Health and Wellness Canada joined. Thank you so much for joining us as well. And we're talking all things consultants. If you are looking to start your consultant business, I have my guest, your girl Steph, who is all about consulting and helping you use your resources and your knowledge that you have currently for the past how many years you've been doing the thing that you're doing to leverage that into your own consultant business. And you can get started today. She have a course called easyconsulting.com that you can just go click on the link and sign up for, and it's very cost effective. What is the cost, Steph, for that course?
$47. Yeah, it's easyconsultingstartup.com. $47. It's like a 2-hour workshop, pre-recorded, bonuses and everything in there. You literally will have everything you need to go from this is what I know to being able to have something set up where you can begin taking and paying clients. It's really, really awesome.
So look at that. Within 24 hours, you can have your own consultant business started. Easy. So no excuses, none whatsoever. Awesome. Any questions or anything before we close out? This was really good, Steph. Thank you. Where can people find you? What platforms are you on? What is your handles?
YouTube is my main one, and you can just look up Steph Perez, or just go to YouTube and type in Steph Perez, and you'll find me there. That's where I pretty much create all my content from. It's my platform. I love it. And you can also find me on Facebook as well, just Steph Perez, and you'll be able to find me there. But the majority of the things that I do is on YouTube.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience. And again, y'all, if you would like to work with Steph, definitely just reach out to her. You can go to Easy Consulting. What is it? Startup.com. Yes. I want to make sure that we get it right. So again, $47 for the workshop. You can't beat that. You cannot. Someone pretty much giving you the knowledge to start your startup. $47 compared to thousands of dollars, ladies and gentlemen. So get it today if you can. But thank you.
I price it as such because I want you to have an easy way to get started and have nothing holding you back. Right? That's just the bottom line. It's worth way more than $47, but I know what it was like when I was getting started. And I wanted to take all the excuses away because now is the time, right? And if you already know stuff, let's not let the technicalities or what you feel like you might not know about online business stop you. And this can help you. Like I said, get set up and then begin taking those steps to begin putting yourself out there and letting people know that you have this knowledge, this skill, this passion, whatever it is. Let them know that you have it available when you're ready to help them.
Yes, awesome. We have Squeaky Clean who just joined us. Thank you for joining. He has a cleaning business in South Carolina. So if you are in the South Carolina area, definitely reach out to him. But are there any questions before we close out? We want to make sure we answer any questions that you all may have. Give y'all a few seconds. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining. I am here every Monday. I will be here sharing my knowledge. And thank you, Steph, for being here, for sharing your knowledge. And hopefully we have some people who took the information and they're actually going to implement, like take action to really start their consulting business. Like, y'all, this is easy. This is easy stuff. Like, she is telling you exactly how simple it is. She has a course that pretty much guides you to really start the process. So you're spending less than $50 to really get into the mindset of starting your own consulting business. So like, that's a no-brainer. No-brainer. And even from, the feedback that, the individuals who attended the course, they're like, it was way more than what, it was like, wow. Yes, we have.
Again, I was hearing that feedback. Yeah, it's been crazy. And just the amount of people that have been finding my consulting related videos on YouTube, it just tells me, and it's confirmation of times that we're in. People are looking for and they need a way.
Yes.
Take what they know, and they're already out there searching for it. So it just blew my mind to realize that this is such a need right now. So
it is, and we just have Tanya Iratam joined. Thank you for joining. Do you have any questions? We're talking consulting, starting your own consulting business today using Steph Perez program for $47. So the biggest thing was consulting. You have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have the background. So there's no need to wait. You can start today. None. Awesome.
And so it's like someone asked earlier, you can create courses and all of those things, ebooks and all those things. But you know what? It all starts with doing what we're doing right here, which is creating the awareness and putting yourself out there. You've got to do that, or no one's going to ever know about your ebooks, your courses, or anything that you have to offer.
Exactly.
Knowledge away. So
yes. So all you need, you already have the knowledge, you already have the platform. You can pick your choice: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You have the electronic. Use your cell phone. I'm using my phone right now and my computer because I'm on Facebook Live. So there's no excuses to start your own consulting business. There's none.
that's right.
I don't want you waiting 5 months from now and say, "Dag, I should have started my business a couple months ago." You're wasting time. So start today. Thank you all so much for joining. I am here every Monday, and what I do, I help female entrepreneurs get their business in line by helping them design and grow business that they love with ease, because it's all about making sure that you have the right system, the right people, and the right training in place so that you can grow your business and not worry about the stress and the overwhelm, so that you can create that life and work balance. That means you're able to do work, but also ensure that you're making time for your family, because that's why we start our businesses, to have that freedom to come and go as we please, to create our own schedules. But a lot of times, especially women entrepreneurs, we get so overwhelmed with the business and we have a family that we lose focus, and we start not to like the job anymore, or love the job anymore, love our business anymore. Not even a job, our business. So definitely I want to make sure that you are still in love with your business, because that's why you started your business, because you had a great idea, you're excited, but now you're not in that phase anymore. So I want to get you back into that phase, and that's how I help you. But definitely, y'all, thank you for joining. If you want to get with Steph, you can find her on YouTube. And just type in, Steph Perez, and you will see all her videos. I'm always on there because I am one of her clients. So definitely, definitely, if you like to work with her, just reach out to her. And if you would like to work with me, you can definitely reach out to me because I help you streamline your business to make sure that it's functioning properly. All right, y'all. I will see you all tomorrow, and you all have a beautiful evening. Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.